Well, hello. This is Shirley from Shirley's Art Ventures. I got new lights here. They're very bright. I'm going to show you how to do a safe booth for an art fair. I'm going to be in Waupun tomorrow at the art fair. They sent me a picture. I am booth number 34 here. It looks like I'm along the street. They're doing social distancing, so they're putting 6 feet between the booths. And they gave us a set of information that they'll provide no contact guidelines for customers in their booths. Everyone is supposed to wear face masks when in contact with customers and gloves when handling merchandise. Sanitizer should be provided in tents and only 2 people allowed in the booth at a time. And please keep social distancing. They are providing garbage bags for the gloves and the masks. So they're not providing food at the event, so you have to bring your own food. And and I've been thinking about this all week, how I'm going to protect myself and my customers. So I've been working on my layout of my booth, my personal layout, and I had it here a while ago, and who knows what I did with it, but anyway. I'm going to be cocooning myself in the center of my booth. I'm going to be putting my merchandise on the outside as much as possible. I can't put everything on the outside because some things are two-sided. I have like a two-sided card rack. Oh, last weekend I took all my cards off of the swivel rack and I used clothespins and I hung them on a piece of twine that's going to hook onto an accordion board. So there's going to be both sides of that. So people won't have to turn any racks. They won't have to touch anything. If just looking, all they have to do is if they want to buy a card, they would take it off with the clothespin and then they can purchase a card. And I did this with my magnets and my bookmarks too. It's just look at one thing, you don't have to touch. The other thing around my booth, I'm putting in, please wear gloves if you want to browse. So I bought these a while ago at the beginning of the pandemic. It took about a month to come in. I have 500 of these gloves that you use in the kitchen, so they will be around my booth. And I'm going to bring a waste basket, and that's going to be at the checkout area so they can put their gloves in. And I also have Clorox that I was able to get at Walmart last week. And I have hand sanitizer from Suave. This will be for the customers to use. This is the easiest one to use. Hand sanitizer is still really hard to find, so I was lucky I could find some. And here's some I got. It's a squirt bottle, but it was kind of hard for us to use. And then I also got another one here. You can get it in different ways. So there's a waste basket for them. I am putting signage on the corner of my booth. So here is a bulletin board I made that kind of tells about the rules that I have. It says, welcome, this is a no-touch booth. Please only handle items you plan to purchase. If you need assistance, ask Shirley. She has gloves and they can be used. Please wear your mask and maintain social distance. And it just kind of explains that, it has little signage. So each of those signs I'm going to be putting up around my booth. So, it says, wear your mask and maintain social distance. And I decided, well, people, they might like to touch stuff. So the gloves, so please wear your gloves. Only touch what you plan to buy. If not, use gloves. I think I spelled the word wrong. That does happen. So those will be around the booth, and everybody, we just had a statewide mandate for masks, so that should go into effect. Okay, now people have wondered about checkout and money and things, and it's easy to do the other stuff, but I personally think what you get from touching things is very minimal if you wash your hands and you do all that stuff, but we want to make it as safe as possible for people. So if people are paying by credit card, I have a little bin here. It says, please put your credit card here. And in my setup, at my checkout lane, I have a 4-foot table I have my wagon and I have my seat behind that. So that's going to automatically do the social distance. And I also am protecting myself on the other side by putting a table there with merchandise and behind me. So, I'm very cautious there. And most of my merchandise will be on the outside of the tent. But there is some that has two-sided, so people do need to come around. So, the thing I got that's going to be really fun is a reacher, like the old people use. So I got my handy dandy reacher to, if they give me a credit card, I will bring the credit card back. I will wipe it off with my Clorox wipes, and I'll use this as a barrier method to use my credit card reader. So I won't touch the credit card with my fingers. I will touch them with the Clorox wipes, and that way the credit card will be clean. And when the credit card needs to go back to the customer, it will go into my little handy dandy reacher, and the customer can take their credit card back. Okay, so that explains the credit card. So what do you do with cash? Not everybody has credit cards. Some people have checks, and that's fine with me. I'll take credit cards, I'll take checks, I'll take whatever kind of money you have. Well, maybe not. So, on my outer table will be customer service. This little bin would be place your cash here. So they will place their cash in here, and I will pick it up in my reacher, and I'll dump their cash into another cash carrier. This one will remain with me, and I won't touch that. I won't look at that. That's just going to be there. So I need to make change. So how do I make my change? Well, I have my change all set up in these little bins. I have different bills in each bin, and I have my handy dandy tweezers. So say somebody gives me a $20 and the item costs $14. So I need a $1 bill, I need a $5 bill. I'm going to use my tweezers, I'm going to set them together, and I'll probably try to put one of my business cards with that. Use my handy dandy reacher here, and it's kind of hard on the couch right now. I will give them their change this way. So they will take their change. I won't be touching their change, and they will get their change in my no touch system. Okay, so the other thing, I need to know what people buy. So how do I know what people buy? I will ask them to show me what they buy. And then I will write it down, and I will take the inventory. I'll tell them the cost or whatever. So it's kind of like shopping at the self-checkout lane at Walmart. And then, guess what they get to do? There's a little sign that says, please bag your own items. That will be on my checkout table. And on my checkout table will be a variety of bags that they will need if they want to bag their own items. If they get something little, like a magnet, I have these little bags for them. If they get something a little larger, I have these bags for them. If they get greeting cards, I have these bags. And I feel kind of weird touching them now, but I am. And then I have larger bags. And I have tissue paper if they need to wrap up like one of my resin works. So that is my basic safety system, and I trust that people will do the right thing. And I'm definitely going to do the right thing. I'm going to be cocooned in my own little world there. So I have to go to the bathroom. What do I do then? Well, I can take my handy dandy glove along and go to the bathroom. I will have my mask on. I can take my hand sanitizer along. I can take my Clorox wipes along. We're supposed to bring our own food, so we'll be safe that way. They do have water there. And like I said, if you wash your hands and do all that and keep your distance, we can we can live with COVID-19 because they're not going to have the vaccine until at least fall, maybe not till spring. And if we want businesses to go on, you need to learn how to live with COVID-19. You need to follow the rules. You need to, you know, if you're protesting wearing a mask because, you know, of some protest reason, I'm sorry. You know, those are the people that want businesses to go. But if people are getting sick and they can't come to work and they're spreading it to their elderly relatives, I think you really need to think differently. It's more than just you. So, you know, keep yourself safe, keep your relatives safe. You know, just do wise decisions because we can live with this. We're going to have to live with this virus because we just can't be sheltered in place forever and ever and ever. And, you know, it's going to make people stronger in the long run because look at me. I was not doing YouTube videos before the virus came out. I thought about it, but I wasn't doing it. And here I'm doing it now. And I can teach you guys all kinds of things. I just uploaded a tutorial on jewelry making today. So I'm getting better at these light things. You should see these fancy lights. I have to show them to you sometime later. So, you know, check out my website, shirleysartventures.com. Follow me on social media. Start liking me. Start sharing me with your friends because, you know, I've been around, well, I haven't been around the world, but I've been around the block, at least in the art world and the activity world. So, hey, I'll let you know tomorrow after I get my tent set up and everything ready to go and moving along. I will show you some pictures of that, and just pray that we have some people that come because, you know, this stuff has been sitting around my house, or my mom's been making the towels and she would like them to be sold. So let's hope some people come. So thank you so much, and I will see you again.